Hello and welcome to the 245th edition of Cinema Effect. I'm Liam and I'm joined by the Kaz himself, the Star Wars aficionado. He's recently had some very life-changing, euphoric, Star Wars related experiences. So
yeah, that's true actually. Yeah,
it's he's a very happy man, except Zach's a bit sick right now, unfortunately. So, we're sending our condolences to Zach. We hope he recovers.
I like to see you saying that, and then I should just edit myself out of the episode, so it's just you say that, and then it's just a solo episode.
Yeah, that actually would make what I'm saying make more sense, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, Zach's here. He's present.
Present. Hello, everyone. Good to be back. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, it is. It's good to be back. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's fine. Yeah.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing a Ghibli. What's your take on the Ghibli? Debate.
That's an excellent question. I was going to ask you that because I've got no idea, but I feel like it's Ghibli, right?
Ghibli makes more sense to me, I think, intuitively. Yeah, intuitively.
I think it's the H. And I feel like I've just heard Ghibli used more from people who would know. I feel like Ghibli sounds like the one if our parents were to read it, they'd say, "Oh, Ghibli,"
Ghibli, Ghibli. Yeah, true. I agree with that assessment. Yeah.
Let's stick with Ghibli. Let's go with that.
Yeah. But yeah, we're doing an older Ghibli film, Nausicaä of the Valley of the Wind. Yeah, I don't know. It's a movie about kind of environmental themes and war and it's got cool animation and shit. So, it's from 1984. Did I say that?
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's pretty old. Yeah, I thought it would be 90s, but no, that was 1984.
Yeah,
I mean the animation style is much different, I guess. But,
yeah.
Anyway, what do you think of this film, Zach?
Yeah. First of all, is it Nausicaä? I feel like in this film they were saying Nausicaa half the time.
Nausicaä? Well, I listened to the Japanese with subtitles, English subs, and they say Nausicaä. It has the S has an H to it,
Ah,
but I would say Nausicaä, and the I isn't really that present as well. It's they you really speed on the I. It's Nausicaä,
Okay, yeah, that sounds Japanese.
Yeah,
definitely.
But I would say Nausicaä, English.
That's how I would just reading it. I would say Nausicaa, but in this, I watched the English dub obviously because that's what I do, and they were saying Nausicaa a lot of the there was a bit of Nausicaa. I think it depended on who was reading it, but there was a bit of Nausicaa in there as well.
Nausicaa, yeah, no. I wouldn't go that far. Nah. But yeah, what did you think of the film, Zach?
Yeah, so I will say I was half out of it trying to watch this movie last night because I'm sick and half dying. But so it would be fair to take some of my thoughts with a grain of salt, probably. But I did think this movie was very, very creative. It had a lot of really cool visuals and designs. It didn't fully connect with me, maybe because the story... It's fine. The story's fine. But, more likely the reason it didn't connect with me is because I was trying to stay awake. Very personal. So
did you take the day off work yesterday, Zach?
No.
You didn't? Oh. Workhorse. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I think the ending really came together for me. And I think yeah, I enjoyed the animation. Obviously, it was awesome as per usual with Ghibli.
Yeah.
You know, the characters were fun, I guess. Um, and it felt like kind of a prototype, like Princess Mononoke to me in some ways.
Yeah.
Which was cool because Mononoke is great. But that yeah, there were some parts of the film I was kind of like glazing over a little bit, especially when the two kind of factions, when you see that, when the movie tells you that the two factions have the same kind of goal, and it's not vague what's happening, but like, I don't know, the geography and the clans got a little lost on me, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the same. Yeah.
Yeah, but as I said, I think it all comes together in the end. With just the last kind of the sequence with the urns and the sacrifice and everything after that is pretty great. And yeah, I enjoyed like the discovery parts of the film as well, where Nausicaa or mainly Nausicaa is just like going around discovering cool stuff, like the kind of underworld thing with the clean, the clean air, the kind of the ice place, and the start of the film where she goes to the corrupted forest and stuff. So there are some very cool parts of the film for sure. Great soundtrack. I love the retro. It's like the kind of gaming soundtrack that they have, with the kind of yeah, because like everything else in the soundtrack is cool, but it just like blends in. But then when you get those kind of there's those kind of 8-bit ish sounding tracks, where they usually take place when like there's some action, like someone's running from something or something. It's pretty cool. It's like you just entered a little 80s game, so it's fun.
Yeah, that was an interesting choice. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the characters were fun. I didn't think. I mean, they didn't seem to go that deep, but I did. I enjoyed the villain enough. The one with the gold armor. I guess she was the
Yeah.
villain.
She was cool.
Yeah, she was cool. I guess everyone was kind of, they had a similar story for like revenge, I guess. In like that they all just had revenge against different things. So yeah, that was cool. Like I guess Mononoke is about that too, isn't it? Like the cycle of revenge and that kind of thing.
Oh God,
As I
I don't know if
recall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the main. I like that you compared it to that already. I guess the main things that stood out to me was like, yeah, it definitely reminded me of Mononoke a little bit in terms of, like, I mean, I don't know, isn't that movie all about the environment too?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Sorry, I like trying to remember that shit from like 4 years ago. Yeah, no, but I do. I don't know. I feel like that movie was a bit more visually dynamic than this. I don't know. Again, in vague recollections of it. So
Visually
when you
dynamic.
said like this was sort of felt like a template or like a version one of it, that I agree with that. I don't know. I just remember there being more like kinetic action sequences and stuff in
Right.
Mononoke, I guess.
Can you chalk that up just to like the age of the films though? Because like
Possibly.
this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
84, so it's pretty old. I didn't actually know it was 84 until later in the film. But I assumed maybe like early 90s or something, but yeah.
Yeah. And then Mononoke, wasn't that like late 90s? So like we're
I think
talking
so,
15
yeah.
years. Yeah. Yeah. That's a long time.
Yeah. But did you enjoy like just Nausicaa discovering things and that kind of the exploration element and the kind of cool scenery, the wide range of like backdrops that we saw and that kind of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean the forest environment was interesting, and then when they go underground and shit, that was all pretty. That was probably the most like creative it got, I guess, in terms of like pretty interesting expressions of the environment and shit. This is my sick brain trying to put together thoughts here. No, but I did think the setting was really cool. It is quite diverse, I guess. Like you have the valley, you got like the goddamn desert,
the corrupt forest, desert.
yeah,
True.
yeah. So there are like you
Bigger
said,
to
there
the
are
desert.
a decent amount of locales. Yeah, the valley specifically, the Valley of the Wind, reminded me a lot of, which was cool, some places that like I just went through, like last week. So that made it all serendipitous of like do Japanese film. Just came back from Japan. That was nice. Yeah, specifically, I don't know if you saw. I mean, you probably saw some. You probably got similar vibes when you're taking the train over to Kyoto.
Didn't really see valleys. It was more just like you saw like suburban areas and then like mountains in the background. It wasn't like as
Right.
cool as this. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if
Okay.
we sat on
Yeah.
the other side of the
Yeah.
train, but yeah, we sat on the food. Oh wait, yeah. Oh wait, I think we sat on the Fuji side, but I don't remember Fuji. Maybe we sat on the wrong side. I don't know. But we didn't really see the countryside that much.
Right. Okay.
We
I
kind
get you.
of,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you were mainly just going through suburbs like the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, there was mountains in the background, and there were like bits of like fields and stuff, obviously, but it wasn't like this cool,
Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. I think mainly like when we took the train up, probably mainly it was the train ride from, Lake Kawaguchi near Fuji, and then we took the train up to Matsumoto, and went through, and then we went up to Nagano for another connection thing. It's probably all that sort of train sort of heading north that reminded me of it. Yeah. There's still plenty of houses around and shit. It wasn't like pure countryside because the main bullet train lines seem to run through suburban areas just generally, but yeah, no, like you definitely get more. I guess it was more rural than what it sounds like yours might have been.
Well, yeah, I imagine going from like Tokyo to Kyoto would be, you wouldn't get as much of that, just naturally. But
Probably, yeah.
That's cool. So like you saw like some valley shit. That's
Oh yeah.
nice.
Yeah. 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 I saw snow I got to interact with snow for the first time in my life, which was exciting.
For the first time. Oh.
Huge for me. Yeah, I've never seen snow. Yeah. Yeah. Like I guess I might have seen snow, I don't know, when I was like 5 or something in the distance. But yeah, no, I actually got to like interact with it.
Right. Did you like throw it? Did you like make a snowball and like throw it at your dad?
No, I thought it was kind of gross. Like it wasn't snowing. It wasn't snowing. It was just there was a snow.
It was like harder
on the
snow.
Ground.
Or
It wasn't hard, but it was just like it was all wet and like had all like twigs in it and shit. You know what I mean?
Twigs.
Like it wasn't like the ideal when you envision fresh snow of like making a snowball.
Oh yeah. The snow I remember from Mount. Oh fuck. Where is it?
Bulla? Did you go to Mount Bulla?
No, Canyon. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Grand Canyon. Sorry, Grand Canyon in USA.
Wait, it snows there?
Oh yeah. And it was actually pretty awesome now that I like think back on it. But
wow,
I don't think that was like the snow either. But it was like it was more like icy snow, But you could still like make a snowball and throw it. It would just be kind of hard, So you wouldn't want to do that. Yeah. And plus, like, you wouldn't want to do it near the cliff either because like you might like kill someone. They might like lose their balance and fall, and you would like regret that for the rest of your life. Yeah, that was fun.
But like, did you go in like November or something? And it was. When did you go?
Yeah, like December, January. Yeah.
Oh wow.
December.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never picture that as. And then what is it? Is it like? Is there a lot of snow around? Like that must add a lot to the canyon scenery.
Yeah, there's a lot of snow. I mean, there's a lot of snow at like the lodges, but I can't remember like what it looks like. I think it looks pretty similar in the canyons. It's just like a lot darker, I guess. I don't remember it being like filled with snow at the canyons itself.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now I
I
want to
made a
go there.
snowman.
That sounds.
So
You made a
yeah.
snowman? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I made a snowman. Yeah. I can't remember what the nose was, but it was like something. It was something cool. I did use a twig for like the for the mouth. I don't know. No. The I can't remember what the mouth was, but I think the nose was a twig.
That makes sense. I feel like that checks out.
But yeah, there was no snow in this movie. I don't think.
It actually wasn't. It was like the one environment that they didn't have. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my segue back into the movie. But
Well done. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Nausicaa? What do you think of Nausicaa herself? I thought like a lot of the characters, she was like she was fun, I guess. Especially earlier on, they really like hammered down, her sense of whimsy. We'll say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But she was kind of, I guess, a bit of a savior, a bit of a, she was kind of a perfect person, I guess. She like did everything right, sacrificed herself.
Yeah.
She was like Jesus, basically. So.
Pretty much. I mean, I was kind of worried. So in my English dub version, I don't know how the watching it sub changes that experience, but early on, I was like, "Is this girl going to shut up?" Like she just talked a lot to herself. You know what I mean?
Oh, right.
And it felt particularly evident in the English. This is like in the first 15 minutes, when she's largely like before she goes and meets up with Lord Yupa, old mate.
Right.
She talked a lot to herself. I'm like, this is kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie, but we got past that. Me and Nausicaa, we worked through it, and I ended up liking her. I feel like her, and it's obviously thematically core to the movie, but her attitude towards wildlife, towards animals, was very endearing, for sure. I love that. I even like it comes up quite a few different ways in the movie, but like even that first scene where what's the name of her little, I don't know, her little
Tito
cat?
Is that it?
Tito?
I don't know. Well, that's what I saw in the English title, subtitles.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, that's probably it. And what was that thing? I called it a cat, but
it looked like a Pokemon.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah.
It looked like a specific kind. It actually looked like a specific Pokemon. Then I'm
like a fox Pokemon. Yeah.
Like not
looks like a fox. Yeah.
Wait, is it Growlithe? Am I getting that mixed up? Hang on.
Mm.
Oh, kinda, not really. Yeah,
there
really
is a Pokemon that looks like a lot like it for sure.
Yeah, I thought so, but that's not quite the one I was thinking of. But yes, yeah, let's call Tito a Pokemon because that's pretty much what he was. Yeah, that first scene where like Tito bloody, is aggressive, bites her finger, and then she like lets it pass, and like earns his trust in like 4 more seconds. Actually, I thought that was really cool, and then that sort of continues to echo throughout the film as she, does the same with all the larger, scarier, uglier insects. Tito's actually cute, but then she does the same with all the ugly creatures as well, which goes to show that it's not about how they are on the outside, Fitzy. It's about they're all equally valuable. All lives are equal in Nausicaa's eyes, which is why she's a great character.
Yeah, sorry. The way I said, yeah. Yeah, that's true, Zach. Yeah. Sorry. was quite funny the way you delivered that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I like how the environment is very like complex issue in this film. You know, like at first I was like, oh, the forest of corruption, those are the bad guys. You know, we need to destroy that. But then Nausicaa was like, wait, actually, there's like good stuff about this, and we can't just like brute force, you know, the problems that arise within nature and within the interactions between industrialization and society and nature. We can't just like hammer down the problems. You know, there are like complex solutions. Yeah, her solution is like, as you said, showing love to all the ugly creatures of the world. But, you know, I think it's saying like, it's making like a real life comparison where like you can't just I think it's similar in like Mononoke, where like creatures that look bad aren't always evil or bad, and you know, the good guys aren't always the guys that look good aren't always like doing the good shit. So
yeah.
And there's even, I think in Mononoke there's some like really eerie sequences, and you're like, oh, these are clearly like some psychic like evil spiritual beings, but no, they're actually like part of nature. You know, they're like chill.
Yeah.
So yeah, my point is, you know, complex handling of environmental issues. You know, like we need in society as well, Zach. That's what this film is going for. Yeah.
Wow. Ahead of its time, 40 years ago, you know?
Yeah, 43. Yeah, 40 years ago. Yeah. 41. Or 84.
At the risk of sounding super ignorant, like...
No, go for it.
I understand, obviously, people were aware of the environment 40 years ago. They knew it existed. But...
yeah.
Is this, like, as a commentary on this stuff, is this ahead of its time? Or was there just, like... Or is this shit, like... Have we been making art about climate change for, like, 40 years? Or, like, for, like, 100 years?
Like, when was Dune published? Like the 60s? That was 60s. About the environment. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
That was about that kind of stuff. Complex ways to, you know, keep the environment intact, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a 20th century thing, but probably not. Actually, there are probably like ancient Greek examples you could find. I can't think of any right now, but like, but like, I guess in this form, with this kind of, with this more complex approach we're talking about, I think that's probably more like 20th century stuff. Because of like the rise of industrialization and, you know, that kind of well, that's shit, bro. Capitalism, yeah, hyper-capitalism. You know?
That's right. The yeah. I mean, that's funny. Like, if you imagine these kind of commentaries in ancient Greece, like, what were they writing about? Like, fucking deforestation. Don't cut down the trees, bro. We can't. You know, like, what else was it? I don't know.
Yeah, when was smoking? When did that like start?
Smoking? Oh God.
Yeah, is that? I mean, that must be
question.
Because they had fires, so that they just needed like the material. Surely we've been smoking for like ages, right? Even if it's not like
that's a really good question. What is the earliest I can picture someone smoking in human history?
I mean, cavemen definitely like smoked badly, you know.
What? No?
Like, they definitely smoked something, but it just wasn't... It probably wasn't quality, you know. They probably just fucked around by the fire, you know, like... Because they have the fire right there. It's like, let's smoke.
Yeah.
Let's put something in there and just put it in their mouth, you know. Let's...
Yeah, you'd think they'd have to be dumb enough to at least have tried that at some point.
Well, cavemen weren't dumb, you know. We have the same brains as cavemen, you know. But we haven't evolved, really.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, when did smoking exist in like good smoking? Like
Yeah.
with interesting with substances that actually do something to your brain chemistry. Probably not
Yeah.
tobacco, but like tobacco-esque, tobacco light. When was that? What was that, and when was that?
Here we go.
And who did that?
Dr. Google's here to help
And
us.
where? Okay.
Practice of smoking has its roots back 5,000 to 3,000 BC in South America. Great. Where indigenous groups did it as rituals. Checks out. Then the spread of smoking globally was accelerated by the introduction of tobacco by European colonists in the late 17th century. So what's that?
Late 17th century.
Yeah.
So did tobacco like not exist before then? It was just like not known, not popular. I mean, it would have existed in like some form of like is it flora?
Yeah, as a plant or whatever it is.
Flora.
Flora.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it took that long for people to start like getting onto it. I guess realizing what
So what did the South Americans smoke before there was tobacco?
Oh no, it was tobacco too. The practice of smoking,
right,
particularly tobacco.
They just got onto it beforehand.
Yeah. And then bloody someone needed to take it over to. This is Eurasia. Does that just mean Europe and Asia? There you go. So someone, the colonists who went to South America took it back. They took it back with them.
They
were like,
colonized
this shit's good,
it.
guys.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Interesting. It's like coffee. Huh?
What's this got to do with how do we get to smoking?
Yeah, sorry. I should be a more responsible host, but it was too interesting.
No. I don't care. No, that is interesting. I hope everyone learned something there.
Yeah, I hope so. Smoking, where did we come from? I think we were just talking about like texts, environmental texts, and somehow we got onto smoking.
Oh, yeah. So that they didn't smoke in ancient Greece, is what we've learned. Apparently.
I mean, I guess not.
At least not tobacco.
I mean, I feel like Plato and stuff, they were smoking some shit, but not the mass.
Apparently not. Yeah, I don't know.
That is odd. Oh yeah, but we're saying like, what are the other ways that the Greeks would have been mad at environmental stuff?
It's really nothing else, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Apart from the like cutting down plants and trees, but they would have had like forests in like abundance, right? Back then.
Yeah, exactly. Like, would they even have given a shit?
It would have been relative because they would have been like, last year we had 2001 forests. Now we only have 2000.
Yeah, this is a huge problem.
Like the world is going downhill.
Habitat
2,000 years later, and they were right.
Yeah,
I guess.
But
yeah, at least the Amazon exclusive still, is intact.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the Amazon. I think that'd be.
Would you? Would you actually?
Yeah. It's like fucking massive,
Yeah, it sounds kind of scary to me.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it, just interesting. Like, what are the forests in the world is like scary, It's like a lost scary forest. It's like a lost genuine forest. Like have a real experience in,
Yeah. Where there's like actual, like, isn't there like tigers and shit in there?
I hope so. I think so. There's definitely like,
the
little guys running around in abundance, snakes and spiders and stuff. And
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I think there's some big, like, aren't the sloths from there as well? I mean, they're not dangerous.
Oh,
but like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Seeing a sloth. Imagine seeing a sloth and a tiger on like the same day.
Right. I mean, that does make the Amazon sound uniquely appealing. Yeah.
But yeah, if Nausicaa were alive, I should be campaigning for like the protection of the Amazon, like.
Oh yeah.
Every day, That'd be a thing. Or she'd be like Greta Greta Thunberg. You know.
Oh Jesus. Yeah.
Well, you don't like Greta Thunberg?
Oh, I don't know. I've got nothing against it.
Oh, so you like Nausicaa when she's in a movie, but in real life.
Right. So is Greta... I mean, maybe they're actually more similar because they're both pretty annoying. So...
I mean, I haven't really heard anything from Greta in a few years. You know, I don't really know what she's been up to. I think she kind of fell off in terms of relevancy a little bit.
Yeah.
And she kind of became stuck in the kind of 2016 like meme cycle of figures that existed in that year who just kind of became like, you know, internet pop culture, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a footnote, but I'm sure she's still doing stuff, but maybe there'll be like another Greta Thunberg, like involved, you know, version 2.
I'm sure there will be, and there'll be.
Or maybe it'll be like a worse sequel where it's like, you know, this is just like have some original ideas, guys. This is just like a ripoff of the real thing. Yeah, Greta.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but yeah, Nausicaa.
Yeah,
Nausicaa is like the Greta Thunberg of this.
Thunberg.
What?
That's you gotta say Thunberg. Greta Thunberg, because she has like a Nordic. She has like a strange name, you know.
Right,
Greta Thunberg.
Thunberg. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, what do you think of? What do you think of like? I don't know the other characters. Like the guy who was killing everyone at first, but then he was like her friend. And
wait, who?
You know,
what?
The father figure. Like Aslan or something. What's his name? I don't know. You'd know the like names better.
Dude, God, I've got no clue. Do you mean like the younger guy who's kind of her age?
Yeah.
That's Shia LaBeouf in my version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the hell?
You missed out, man.
Who else is voice acting in this movie in the English dub?
The evil queen. I've got no idea what these people's names are. Like, well, she was a queen, right? The other lady, villain lady.
She was queen of the military, like nation. Oh, was she?
Yeah. I think. Oh, she was princess. The leader of it.
Princess. Yeah.
Oh, was she a princess too? Okay, all right. Is there something to the fact that she looks like Nausicaa, and they're both princesses? Apparently, maybe.
I didn't think they look that similar, but she has kind of got like a vague face, I guess. The queen / princess to me, like it's not a very defined.
No,
maybe that's just a product of like the the 80s, the earlier animation, I guess.
That could be.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I kind of remember Nausicaa's face, but I definitely don't remember the queen's face too well. But yeah, maybe there's like a dual thing there.
Yeah, I just thought of that on the spot because I know she has like the same coloured hair. I think, right? It's like I don't know. She's like evil when Nausicaa grows up and becomes evil and stops caring about the environment, or they're just opposite sides of the same coin or whatever. Probably not. So she was Uma Thurman in my version.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was cool. I mean, yeah, she did kind of have a vague face. The most memorable part about her was her her design was sick as. She had the armor was amazing. So was she like? Am I correct in understanding that like she just basically had her torso, obviously her head, her torso, and like one arm, and then the rest was just like prosthetics, like robot arms and legs?
Oh, I didn't know.
Because when she takes all the armor off, and then she's got like the 2 gold legs and the 1 gold arm.
Yeah. No, I only remember when she like takes one of the arms off. And he's like, oh, one of her arms is gone. But I don't remember like the legs or anything.
Well, no, she never takes the legs off. I guess maybe I mean, the legs could be armor, I guess, as well, because she obviously wears the big armor piece. But I just sort of assumed the fact that she takes the arm off. So therefore, and it's the gold piece. So I sort of just assumed the legs were the same because in every shot, the legs are also just gold.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that would be cool. Yeah.
I could be wrong. But yeah, I thought that was kind of neat. Yeah, she was the coolest looking character. It's what we were saying earlier. I guess this is what Miyazaki's doing, where it's like, let's make the villains the coolest looking characters, and then let's make, the insects. What are they called again? The oh god, I don't know. The jungle insect things.
Oh, the Ohms?
The Ohms? Yeah.
Yeah. As in,
Let's
like,
make
Ohm's
them...
law.
What?
Yeah, like Ohm's law, like the electricity law. That's like an ohm is like a unit of voltage, right? OHM.
Did Lockie teach you this?
No. No, that'd be funny then.
I've got no idea. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, sure. The ohms, they're like. I mean, I assume that has to be intentional. How ugly they are, right? Like actually, like from an actual design perspective, let's make them scary. Let's make them ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
But then the villain's cool as. But then it's the opposite, you know.
Because Jesus helped the poor and the blind and the ugly and everybody, and the sinners too. He helped the sinners. Actually, he died for our sins.
Did you become a convert in the last few weeks or something?
No, it's like Nausicaä. But I looked up the image of the villain.
Yeah.
Of like her with I see what you mean now. She's like one arm, right? And then the rest is like gold. Yeah, I didn't actually remember that image, but I think you might be right.
She's like Darth Vader.
Yeah, right. Darth Vader has one arm. Genuinely, yeah.
One arm and no legs. Yeah, it's basically the same shit.
The other arm got cut off by like Dooku, right? Or was that everyone?
Oh, good question. Well, one arm got cut off by Dooku, and then I think does the other arm? I think the other arm gets cut off by Obi-Wan.
Oh, so he's no.
And then he's. Oh. I think, but then in that after he's there burning and shit, like I think his only arm left is the previously robotic one, the one that was already robotic. I think. I could be wrong.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So I think he actually has no. I think he actually has no arms, no legs.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
I can't wait to get to that. I rewatched the Phantom Menace this week.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to ask you about that. Yeah, you're gonna keep going.
Maybe, yeah, I think so. I mean, I've started Attack of the Clones. So.
Yeah. Good luck with that. You gotta, but keep a specific eye out for how many arms Anakin loses.
Does Anakin and Luke lose the same arm?
Yes.
Is it right?
Yes.
Which arm is it? Right arm.
Oh, fucked if I know, honestly. Hang on. Nah, I could try and work it out, but I'm probably going to be wrong, so I don't know. So this queen lady, don't know her name, but she's Darth Vader. Confirmed. And then the other main one was Patrick Stewart is Lord Yupa.
Oh yeah, I just saw Stewart in the cast. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like the father figure who's not her father, right? Like her father, her father died or something. I think they maybe explained it a bit in the flashbacks, but I didn't really get the whole picture there.
I think I fell asleep here in the flashback.
Oh, the flashbacks were the best part. What do you mean?
Wait, were there multiple? Oh shit.
Oh, I mean, not really. I think one was kind of like she was like a kid by a tree or something. It was kind of like not. There was no real information in that one.
Okay.
But yeah, like I did like just the those scenes in general, just the aesthetic of those scenes and the sounds that the freaking tentacles made. You know, I like the kind of angelic kind of sounds that were formed there, and the soundtrack really hit in those scenes too.
The tentacles, as in the Ohm's tentacles. Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, magical tentacles because they like transformed her mind. They like brought her mind back into the past. You know, like childhood.
Yes, those tentacles can do a lot. They did that, and they also and then they revived her.
Revived her. Yeah, they're magical tentacles. It's a miracle.
Yeah, I mean, so she did die, right?
Yeah. Well, she like Jesus. She was.
Yeah. Clearly, yeah.
But through a miracle.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned that the ending came together for you. Can you explain?
Well, that came together for me. Like the
resurrection because of the Jesus thing.
Well, yeah, and the freaking Barry Lyndon song played. I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, really?
The dun 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 dun. I think that song played. It was something like that. Like the first few notes. I think the first few notes were that, and then it kind of transformed into the Nausicaä version of it, and that was really cool.
Yeah, I did read in the trivia. Like, I obviously haven't seen Barry Lyndon, haven't heard this music before. Well, I mean, it's just classical music, right? It's because
it's just like Handel.
I read in the trivia that like it was the first few notes of some classical song, and I sort of just didn't connect with it. But yeah, no, so it would have been. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, that was very cool. But I think it came together emotionally, because Nausicaa's character is very consistent throughout the whole film, and I don't know, it just made sense, Everything made sense.
She is the chosen one or whatever.
Chosen one,
yeah, pretty much.
Like
even though the ultimate subversion is that, guess what? It's not a man. It's a woman.
Yes,
it's a girl.
True. They thought
it's crazy.
It'd be a man in the prophecy. But prophecies are often, like they're wrong in the right ways. Like Anakin was the chosen one. But like, who would have thought that Darth Vader was the chosen one?
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
But then when you look at the prophecy, it's like all the words are kind of accurate. It's just the preconceptions that people bring to it twist the prophecy.
That's right.
It's a similar thing in Dune, actually. It's really cool.
True. Yeah. What's up with these artists making shit about the environment and prophecies? It's all the same shit.
Oh, you mean just like Frank Herbert and Miyazaki?
Well, it's just funny that you're making the comparison to Dune, because literally, like, in the trivia I was reading, like, Nausicaa was inspired by Dune, and I'm like,
was it actually? Oh,
well, that's what some people say, and I was like, the fuck. And then now that you're saying all this, I'm like, oh, maybe it was. Maybe there's something to that.
Well, it's because like I guess make like the sandworms and the arm. I guess you gotta like tame the arm, tame the sandworms. And it's like underneath the planet is where the pure stuff is, like in Dune. Well, is there water? I think there is water underneath, but like the water actually comes from the sandworms, in Dune. I think they like consume it and digest it and then like shit it out. But it is similar in some ways, I guess.
Yeah. I guess
the warring factions as well is obviously another.
Yeah. No, that's actually true.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just going to say there is a desert as well. I mean, it's not mainly desert, but there is a desert at some point.
Yeah. Whenever I see a desert in like fantasy, I'm like, oh, dude. But like sometimes it's not accurate. Like I thought when like Dawn came up in Game of Thrones, I'm gonna be like, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like Arrakis? Is this gonna be like Dune? And it just wasn't. It was just like
it's just sad.
It was just sand place. It wasn't very interesting.
Yeah, no, not really.
Yeah. But like, I think I asked you and you didn't. I think we ignored the question. What do you think of like the other characters? You know, like nice guy and stuff. Guy that was her age and
nice guy who was her age, aka the boof. Didn't do much for me. He was fine.
Okay.
But like,
what about Wiener? Did you like Patrick Stewart as a Wiener? Was he Wiener?
Isn't his name Lord Yupa?
Oh yeah.
Well, who's Wiener?
See, I don't remember. Okay. Wiener is the park we went to on the first day of cricket, and I keep that word's been in my head for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. I just replace it with other words. I've been doing that.
That's awesome.
But
I didn't.
And also, I was listening to I listened to the Japanese version. Okay, and they never like the only name that I heard was Nausicaä. The other names I didn't actually hear. You know, audibly. I just saw on the screen. So
you saw it. Yeah. Okay.
But Yupa, what did you think of Lord Yupa?
He was cool. So he was like revered as like this great warrior or something, right? Like everyone was like, he had a reputation.
He's been like traveling, and he's been like, talking about like spreading the prophecy, I guess, or like trying to find it. I think.
Yeah. He's like on the hunt for the last hope or whatever. Some hope.
Right, a new hope.
A new hope. Yeah. Yeah. So no, I thought he was cool. I liked his big mustache. That was cool too. I liked how he's a competent warrior and how he like takes on all the knights and shit of the other.
When did that happen?
When they like fighting in like the first half, and like when he wasn't there that scene where he like gets the knife right up against the other big dude, one of the soldiers, and then he gets them to surrender. Well, not surrender, but they all sort of agree to put down their weapons. I think it's like on the airship.
I don't remember that
in the first half. Dude, maybe that could have been a fever dream on my part. I'm
pretty
sure, like in the, like it was like during the first, like sort of during the first half-ish, when like the other kingdom becomes involved and the airships become involved for the first time, and they start like the other kingdom attacks the valley.
Right, but he dies there, right? Doesn't he?
Who?
Doesn't Yupa die?
Lord Yupa, doesn't he survive the whole thing? Isn't he in it the whole time?
No, I thought he died.
Wait, what?
I thought he died in that scene.
What?
So he had the sword by his bed, and then I kind of didn't really see it. Maybe.
Hang on. Does Lord Yupa die? What? No, that's not helpful. In the movie, apparently he dies in the manga. I don't care about that. In the movie, he doesn't die, right? I swear to God, he doesn't die. Yeah, the King of the Valley of the Wind. Oh, the King of the Valley of the Wind is Nausicaa's father, whose name is apparently Jill. Like I would have ever known that. And yeah, he's the guy who dies in the bed.
The father.
Yeah,
that's her father that dies in the bed.
Apparently, I thought I didn't. I guess make the full connection that was her father, but I knew it was the king. Well, she's the princess, so that makes sense. I
didn't actually see the killing happen. I feel like I looked away and it was like he was dead. So I didn't know if he like killed himself or what because he had like the sword there. But yeah, that was odd, I suppose. But I guess they wanted like full control of the village. So like
they made
deal with the rest.
Yeah, and they did it to try.
Wait, so are you telling me Lord Yupa was he was one of the 3 guys with the big stashes, like the main guy of those 3 guys?
Now, to be totally honest, I've got no idea what you're talking about when you're saying the three guys.
Like the three guys that were captured by the evil queen lady.
And no, rugged. You're talking about... Hang on. No, but weren't those guys they had the brown stashes? I guess he probably wasn't in it as much in the second half, I guess. But he popped up every now and again and was doing something.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do, Zach? I'm gonna go to the point where this guy is, and I'm gonna switch to the English audio.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And if Patrick Stewart starts talking, then we'll know.
Yeah. Oh, you'll know.
Yupa.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't listen to it. Oh
shit!
I can't hear it because of Zencast. Zencast is great. I can't hear it because of the podcast. The audio recording.
The audio, the complicated audio setup for doing a podcast, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Does this movie have kind of a glaze over quality? Then is that what this is showing?
I think definitely, like in the second half, it does. When you get to like all the factions and
okay,
yeah, I mean it's probably also like a product of like the less intricate animation style as well. Like obviously I didn't know who what's his name? The guy was
Yupa.
Yupa was throughout the film.
Sure, yeah,
but yeah, I think. I don't know. Yeah, as I said, like in the intro, like it does get a bit lost on me once we get into the actual like fighting stuff, and because like Nausicaä seems to get like thrown around to so many different places, they just kind of like what's going on, you know?
Yeah, and the fact that we just like Yupa was there the whole time, but we just can't distinguish anything he did in the second half.
I didn't even know it was there.
Well, you literally can't find it scrubbing through. So,
yeah, I mean, if I were listening to Patrick Stewart, I'd probably have an idea of what he was up to. About.
Yeah, that was the thing for me. Yeah, I will say that the visuals of the credits were really nice. I mean, obviously, like all the locales, as we've talked about, all the different sort of environments, were all really nice in the movie. And then, but just like I don't know, the way it all came together in that montage over the credits was really inspiring. It was nice. It was like, and they had that sweeping score going over it as well. It was pretty epic, to be honest. So yeah, that was when the film, that was sort of like it encompassed everything the film does best, in my opinion. It's just those really cool visuals and showing off the environment, and yeah, it was pretty sweeping. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love the credits. Well, that's why I guess I said like everything post Resurrection worked, because like the credits were also like a part of that. You know, you kind of get this sweeping, as you said, vision of the whole film, or maybe you like I was finally like in touch with the vision of the film, you know, with Miyazaki's vision.
No, that's actually a good way to put it. Yeah, it made me like, it felt like it
helped you realize the
brought
scope
together
of the
everything.
Together all the themes and the beauty of nature and community.
Yeah. It kind of touched on everything, honestly, just the credits.
Yeah. Yeah. Do other Ghibli films do that? Have like cool credits? I don't know if they do.
God. I don't know.
This is actually we're actually like on par with each other for Ghibli films. This is only my fourth. Ghibli.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Isn't this my third?
I think this is your four. Oh, maybe.
Well, I've seen Totoro.
Oh, Totoro, yeah. When what's the new one? These are.
Oh, The Boy and the Heron. I forgot about that. Yeah. And no, you're right. This is my fourth. Yep. So then, which two have you? Wait, which ones have you seen?
Oh, Mononoke, Spirited Away, Porco Rosso, which is about the Italian pig pilot. And
Yep.
this one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember credits from the others, but I know they might have cool credits. I can't remember.
Maybe, not sure. Not as memorable though as
probably not. Where does this rank for you of the ones you've seen?
Probably second, honestly. Yeah, probably above Porco Rosso and maybe above Spirited Away. Probably above. Yeah, probably above Spirited Away.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Okay. I mean, this one, like, this is kind of considered Miyazaki's first hit, is what I gathered.
Oh, really?
From reading about it. Because like the film's branded as Ghibli now and stuff, and is considered a Ghibli work in the modern context, but this film came out before Ghibli was technically formed as a company. So like I think it's sort of more of a technicality because obviously it's a Miyazaki film, and like the company was formed kind of right after this anyway, with a lot of the same people. So it's considered a Ghibli work today, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. It's kind of what kicked it all off. In that sense, I guess. But yeah, is it considered like one of the top tier ones? It seemed pretty highly rated.
I think so.
On everything.
Yeah, I think today it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I think like the image that I had of the other ideas of more like the floating ships and the more like kind of surreal Ghibli stuff. I guess I just assumed more of that would be in this film, but now that I think about it, it's actually like way more stripped back. I mean, you do have really cool like insects and animal creatures and Pokemon, but there's less like surreal stuff which comes with later Ghibli, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
Just because like the stuff from Ghibli that I've seen, from the films that from the films I haven't seen, but like from pieces of the films that I haven't seen, it's kind of jumbled up in my mind as like more of that kind of surreal stuff, or more interesting stuff. Like this one was like, it's fairly simple, I guess, in that regard.
There's no moving castles in this film.
No moving castles, no ships, no, sequences where someone turns into an animal.
Yes. Kind of yeah, exactly.
Anyway, what else is there? What's Jaden's list? Soundtrack, characters, mise en scene, story.
I've got some trivia here that, if you'll indulge me, I thought it was all right.
Sure.
Have you heard about the original release of this film in the US?
No, I haven't. Sorry.
So, after the heavily rewritten and edited 1985 release of this movie in the United States and Europe, which was called Warriors of the Wind, this version substantially changed the film, in addition to cutting nearly 25 minutes of it. Writer and director Hayao Miyazaki was hesitant to release any of his movies outside of Japan. After this, he demanded that any new licensor for his films be contractually bound to do no edits whatsoever, aside from a straight translation and dub. That one was done with Harvey Weinstein. that all happened with. So Miyazaki had huge beef with, had actually known beef with Weinstein. Apparently stormed out of meetings with him and stuff.
As everyone did, as a lot of people did.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, so then, but after that deal expired, then Disney bought the rights to all of Miyazaki's films and honoured his stipulation. And then that's why then this version that we watched Or you watched the Japanese version, but the English dub I watched is obviously the full original film from the Disney 2003 re-release, which is why the cast is what it is, and like Shia LaBeouf, for example, is in the cast because it was 2003 version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there recognizable names in like the original, for the English dub?
Not that I saw, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that is pretty wank cutting 25 minutes of it.
Oh yeah, isn't it already like kind of short?
Yeah, it's not super long. Yeah. It was just under 2 hours. It's not bad.
I guess it's just like animation back then wasn't like as big a thing. So maybe the producers were like, oh, this needs to be like an hour and a half if people are going to be interested. You know?
Yeah, I think the sweet spot in them, probably in their narrow minds at the time, was probably an hour to an hour and a half for an animated thing.
That's cool that he like had that. Though, like Miyazaki had that experience early, so he like had the energy to like get full creative control like early in his career, I guess, international.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, after that, so then after the deal with Disney was done, he's been pretty right.
Right.
I wasn't intentionally saving this for the end, Fitzy, but I do have to ask: was Nausicaa wearing underwear?
That's a good question. I think she has like what would you call it? Like leggings of some kind.
Like, but did you actually notice them and think she was? Think she had leggings?
That's what I thought they were, like some kind of like covering.
Okay. You thought there was something there, though.
Yeah.
I thought for sure there wasn't.
Initially, no, I didn't think there was anything there.
No, I was like, I was kind of weirded out by it. I'm like, why?
I was like,
why
surely there has to be something there, so I'm just gonna.
You just get to sort of, hope.
I'm just gonna say that there's leggings, of some kind, coverings.
I swear, I honestly didn't see a thing, and I swear to God there wasn't, and I swear to God I saw that girl's ass multiple times, but apparently the lack of color fidelity used in specific versions gives many people the impression that Nausicaa flies around in a skirt with no other piece of clothing under it. This is apparently not the case. She's wearing pants roughly the same color as her skin, and the skirt is the lower part of her coat. Sure.
Okay.
Sure, guys. So
I don't know. Pants, actual pants.
Apparently. I still kind of don't believe this, to be honest. I feel like this is a bit of gaslighting going on because I was watching it.
Yeah, I just thought it was, Japan, I thought it was just...
They just have a whole different, set of things.
Yeah. Some of the things Lucky and I saw in Osaka. Crazy stories, man.
Can you share them on the podcast, or is that an after podcast thing?
After hours, after.
I look forward to hearing that. I look forward to hearing about that. Oh man.
But yeah, I think it's an hour 20. Goddamn. What did you think of? What's your rating of Nausicaa or the Valley of the Wind? Zachary?
My rating. Oh shit. Yeah, no, I'm definitely done. My rating. Oh god. I'll give it a 7. I think I was between a 6 and a 7. I think a 6 is unfair because I was like, again, trying to stay awake watching it, but that's not the movie's fault. I think there's enough. I think it's a very good movie. I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
It does. The glaze over quality partly was me, but I think this review has also established that it has enough of an inherent glaze over quality, actually just within the film itself, for it to hold it back from being any higher for me.
That does make me want to give it a 7, but I'll stick with an 8 because I just think there are those moments of transcendence that the film has, and it's just a very, very cool film.
It is. It is. Do you want to read Jaden's thing?
Oh yeah. Okay, I can do that. I'm the host with the most, and I have this. Nausicaa review from Jaden. Very good, very important, beautiful as usual. Don't remember too many plot beats though. TBH means to be honest. 8 out of 10.
I feel like that proves there's something there where the film's plot is kind of.
Yeah, I mean my review is kind of the same except that I saw it like yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't remember them either, Jaden. We watched it yesterday.
Moving on to news chat.
Yes.
We got one item for news chat, right? Just the Mountainhead. Just my thing.
Oh, I'll talk about the Smashing Machine for Spooky.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
Smashing Machine. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, you want me to start with that one?
Yeah, lead us into the news.
So we've got this film written and directed by Benny Safdie.
Oh really?
Oh. Yeah, which is cool.
Oh, sure.
Starring one DJ Johnson, and Emily Blunt as well is there, which is cool. And it's about some guy, I know shit all about goddamn UFC, MMA, but it's about this guy named Mark Kerr who's apparently like the trailer paints it as like he's like the original big MMA guy, apparently. Fucked if I know.
Right.
But yeah, so the film's like sort of an what do you call them? A biography or whatever.
Biopic.
Yeah. Biopic, yeah, somewhat of a biopic about him. It seems because the trailer sort of seems to span a few different years. Sorry, my sick brain's coming back here. Anyway, so Dwayne Johnson in this role, he's going for his Oscar on this one. He might be entering his Oscar phase in general.
And he said he's going to be in a Martin Scorsese film as well with Leo.
He's doing Marty's. He's doing Marty's next film with Leo. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That is crazy. Apparently, I don't know how true this is. I read because I think the film is like I think it's set in Hawaii, which is like where he grew up. So like I think he was like apparently like was pitching it to Marty, I think, or something. I don't know.
Oh really?
Like the Hawaii aspect of it is obviously important to him, I think. And then anyway, but we'll see how that goes. This he does look. Have you seen a picture of him at least or something? Have you seen like
on the film? Like he looks different. Yeah, he looks different in the film.
Yeah, he does. He's got. I mean, obviously he's an absolutely jacked guy anyway, but like he is like there's prosthetics going on his face for sure, and then like obviously all his tattoos are covered, because he's playing this guy shirtless half the time fighting. So like, he's got none of his regular tattoos, and then he's got like, and then he seems even extra like muscular in like. See, it just feels weird to say The Rock can be more muscular, but like he's kind of got a slightly different physique than even he does in real life. Which makes it like he probably trained really like extra. It looks like he trained differently for the movie, and then there might even be extra body prosthetics going on as well in addition, because of how the tattoos are covered and stuff. Well, that might just be makeup. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So he looks different. Is the takeaway for sure, and that's kind of exciting to see him try something big like that. And the performance in general seems pretty. The trailer's pretty lengthy. It's kind of I probably wouldn't have wanted to watch the trailer actually in retrospect because it kind of had a lot in it, but like the glimpses of the performance we get are quite like seem pretty solid as well. Seem pretty different for him. Like you made the comment where you're like, oh, we're going to see The Rock actually act, and like that's totally funny. But it is also totally like the trailer actually made me go, yeah, I think so. Like I think he actually seems pretty decent in it. He's kind of doing something different vocally a little bit as well with this character. Again, knowing nothing about the real life guy. So, yeah, it seems like a pretty big swing on Benny's part, on his part. So, I'm interested. Is my moral of the story.
interesting. Is just Benny doing it? Is that
Yeah.
Has that happened before?
Who's the other one?
Josh.
Oh yeah. So wait, who's the one?
So Benny's in Oppenheimer.
Yes. Isn't one of them? Didn't one of them do that TV show, The Curse? Or is that Nathan
Oh
Fielder?
yeah. I think Benny's in that. I think.
Oh, but is he just in it?
I think it's also in that. Yeah. Well, oh no, he did help create it, I guess, with Nathan Fielder.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So then what's Josh doing?
I don't know. Josh.
So Benny's been busy, man. He's been in bloody Oppenheimer. He's making this movie. He's making The Curse. What the hell is Josh doing?
Oh no, he's doing the Timothée Chalamet movie. He's doing the.
That's
Marty
right.
Supreme.
I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so they're both busy making big movies. Good for them.
Yeah, he's been cooking the next Timothy. TikTok edit machine. Tyler the Creator, Gwyneth Paltrow, Abel Ferreira. Oh, this cast is crazy. Kevin O'Leary is in the cast. Oh my god. Kevin O'Leary is like the Shark Tank guy. He's in the film for some reason. No Shark Tank.
Wait, he's a Shark Tank host?
One of the sharks. I don't know if you call him a host. Yeah, a host. Yeah.
That's so random. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it is random. Mm.
I mean, okay. I mean, hey, this is. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think this is cool. I think this is good. Like, we're basically getting double as many Safdie brothers movies when they split up. So it's fine by me.
Yeah, and they seem.
Unless they're bad, but I don't think they will be.
Yeah, and they seem like they've also like diverted a bit from their kind of hyper anxious, kind of style. They hyper kind of anxiety inducing filmmaking, I guess, like from Uncut Gems to these films, it kind of looks like they're a bit different. There's less of the kind of frenetic New York stuff going on.
Definitely.
So they're kind of
maybe that's their.
Yeah. What you gonna say?
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. Maybe that's their duo style. That's their
right.
That's what they do. And then when they're solo artists, they're
maybe it's like, well, the Coen brothers, they kind of just kept making good films together until they split up and made that recent thing. But
we don't speak of that.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess it was good they stayed together, but that's kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what would happen if they split.
Are we going to end up being like, we want the Coen brothers to reunite, please, but then we want the Safdies to stay apart, please?
Yeah,
that's what it might end up being.
Mm.
No, that's it from me though.
Yeah, I just had Mountainhead, which we got a trailer of. We might do it on the podcast potentially. We
should.
It's like a Succession from the creators of Succession. Jesse Armstrong, creator of Peep Show, writer of Peep Show, something else I can't remember.
Wasn't he? Didn't he write on the thick of it?
Oh, maybe. The joke was that he also did Succession. But,
no, sorry, I ruined your bit. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, you got it. It's like Steve Carell and Schwartzman, Jason Schwartzman, and they're playing. It's like the film, the filming style is very like Succession, very frenetic camera work, zoom in, zoom out, The Office, but slightly more serious.
Steve Carell reference there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. They're like it's like a more real. There's a more real world version of Succession. Like the characters in the trailer are very like it seems like they're making some very obvious allusions to like real world, business tech like moguls. What's the term for that? I can't remember. But big tech people. Which is interesting, which is cool, which is, I guess, like Succession is topical-ish, but it's also like not that topical. This seems more like in our faces about political stuff, US political stuff.
Okay.
Season 4 of Succession was definitely that, but that seems to be where Jesse's going. Commenting on very current shit. But yeah, it looks very fun. Just 4 tech guys in their big mountain house fighting, controlling the world and stuff.
So is the idea that it's like a retreat for them or something?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. That wasn't like clear, I guess, but yeah, I think they're like friends, or like friends, and it's like a getaway thing.
Yeah.
This is how people secretly control the world, Zach. When interests converge. But yeah, it looks good. It looks fun.
Well, the trailer was funny. I mean, surely.
Oh, like in a Succession kind of in a way where they're like insulting each other.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I need more of that. Yeah, I need my fix.
I'm very excited when you told me about this. I feel like Steve Carell is a good fit as well. I just sort of.
Oh yeah,
it's not something I never
good.
would have necessarily thought of, but it's like, oh yeah, that seems like a match made in heaven with him and Jesse.
Yeah, Steve Carell's serious side is very, very strong. Yeah, very good. So, yeah, looking forward to that one. It's coming to Max, which I have now. Max is taking over. They're taking shit off Foxtel. I mean, it's already happened,
It's all over.
It's Joe Schmo. It's all over.
Jaden, we know you're listening. Look forward to getting Max for us to review Mountain Head in 1 month.
Yeah, you may as well. You may as well succumb to the times now instead of later. Any highlights of the week, Zachary?
Yeah, I'll go quickly. I was trying to think if this was technically within the week, and I think I watched it. I watched it last Sunday, I think.
Okay.
And that is The Order. Have you heard about this movie at all? I feel like it's one of the 2024 ones that sort of just like I literally only heard about it once, added it to my watch list, and then never proceeded to hear about it again. Yeah. It's directed by the guy who did the Aussie guy who did Nitram and Kelly Gang and Nitram. Yeah. Directed by that guy. And yeah, so I wanted to check it out in trying to finish up 2024. I feel like no one's talked about this movie at all, but it's got Jude Law and Nicholas Britell. No, not Nicholas Britell. What's his name? Fucking.
Holt?
What's his name? Nicholas Holt. Thank you.
Ah.
Oh my god. It's got Nicholas Holt there too. It's a really solid movie. It really is. It's I'd recommend it. It's an easy recommend for the year. It's basically like a police sort of crime thing, centered around white supremacists, I guess. It's based on a true story in the 80s, basically about how this like gang of white supremacists like start robbing banks and shit, basically. And so Jude Law is FBI man who must hunt them down and get to the bottom of it. And what's his face? Ready Player One guy's in it too. Ty Sheridan or something. What's his name?
Yeah, Ty Sheridan. Yeah.
Oh, thank God, I got that right.
He's in.
Yeah.
No, he's not in one. It's okay.
Oh, are you thinking of Ansel again? I always get them mixed up.
Oh no. You get them mixed up, really?
I always get them mixed up because I think because they did the Spielberg back-to-back thing.
Oh, really?
I always think when I see West Side Story, I always think, oh yeah, he teamed up again with Ty, but he didn't.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so no, it was actually a really, really well directed movie, really solid movie. I think the thing that just, I don't know, it's like, I just had a couple little things holding him back. I don't really buy Nicholas Hoult as a white supremacist, to be honest with you. He's just kind of too nice looking. He's got a nice face. You know what I mean? He's kind of too cute to be a white supremacist. And like for specifically, like and he's not in the movie. He's not like a white supremacist that you're meant to sort of sympathize with. It's a bad way to put it, but you know what I mean. Like he's not meant to really be that redeemable at all. Right. He's just kind of a dickwad. And so like Nicholas Hoult, I don't really buy him as that, to be honest. He's much better as like a more nuanced, like he's perfect in that Juror Number 2 role of like this sort of nuanced, like nice guy character who's kind of in this shitty situation kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know if I would have cast him. His performance is really good. I just I don't know his face. And then Jude Law's really
British
good
as well, isn't
he? Yeah.
Maybe
it's kind of with the
thing doesn't like work.
Yeah. I think there's something to that because it is such an American, like racist thing, like specifically like what the group is. Yeah, it's very American. And then and then it's also kind of weird that like Jude Law, that's two British people like in this very American situation kind of thing. But no, Jude Law is very good in the movie. Yeah. I'd recommend it. It's got some really good sequences, and I don't know if it had a super interesting take on like thematically, like about the white supremacist gang characters, because it is kind of largely about them, but it is I guess sort of what I was saying about Nicholas Hoult. It is kind of, even though they're like the main characters in the movie, it kind of doesn't give you much to sort of chew on in terms of why they are the way they are, and it's just kind of like these guys bad. You know what I mean? As characterizations, the much more interesting character stuff comes from the police side. But yeah, no, really, really, still a really engaging movie though, nonetheless.
I don't know.
What are you going to talk about? I feel like you should talk about Sinners. I feel like it's appropriate. I feel like get the new release.
Okay, yeah, Sinners was excellent. It was very cool. It was Irish vampires. That was fucking sick. And it was all kind of like at a certain point of the film, it was all just kind of one setting, and you had this cool cast of characters that they were just okay. I get the film can kind of be split into like two halves, I guess. The first half is very fast moving, very fun. The theme of kind of identity is very strong in the film, and the two halves kind of deal with it in different ways, and it's very cool how they kind of transition. But like in general, like the film does some very cool stuff. There's like one or two sequences involving music which just kind of like exceed like the bounds of the film, the rules of the film that's kind of set up, so it goes kind of in an experimental direction where you don't think it will, because like the vampires themselves are actually pretty standard. They don't do much with them. They just, the way they film them and the way they're presented is very cool. Just like they're not always like they always kind of have an intimidating presence, but they don't, they're not like horror movie vampires. They're interactable. We'll say, like they have like conversations with them. They're like it's just very cool the way they handle the vampires, but they don't do the interesting stuff with them. They do the interesting stuff with like the musical side of the film and like this connection with the future thing that they kind of do. which I don't want to spoil too much, but there's this really awesome sequence with that. And so the film's just kind of about, it's about like community and identity and like soul music and just that whole kind of South American setting, I guess. And yeah, it's just very, it's a awesome kind of blend of that and vampires. You know, it's sick. So
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, and like the soundtrack is pretty awesome. Michael B. Jordan is really excellent, and so is it Jack O'Connell? What's this guy's name?
Jack
O'Connell. Yeah.
Isn't he? He's the vampire or one of the vampires, right?
Yeah, he's like the vampire who kind of starts it all. Yeah, what's his name in the film? Cast. He's on the second row. Oh, Remick. Remick is his name in the film.
That's such a vampire name.
Yeah. And Haley Steinfeld, she was good too. Luke apparently really enjoyed Haley Steinfeld. So I did too. Yeah.
That checks out. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just you wouldn't expect this from a vampire film, but it's very bitey, you know. Constantly just bitey, yeah. I thought of that just then. I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it. You know?
No, you had to. Yeah. I'm glad you did.
But yeah, no, it's a great film. Very, very entertaining as well. You know, beyond just the kind of euphoric emotional moments. It's just a very entertaining film. So yeah, it's great.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Cool. The trailer was a vibe for sure, like with the whole blues and southern aspect. So I'm glad that the movie
I didn't even see the
seemingly
trailer.
Delivers. Oh, okay. I've seen it a few times just going to see other things.
Yeah. Yeah, I just decided to see it like last minute. Because it's been so well received and everyone's saying it, so, which is surprising. Like when Jaden was talking about it, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's a horror film that some people will see." And but yeah, it's become like the movie of this year so far, I guess.
So far, yeah.
So yeah. Well, I guess that's it for highlights.
We're almost there.
What are we doing next week? We're doing Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, which I think it's on like most things. Stan, Foxtel, Paramount, Binge, Prime. I actually don't have any of these.
Still on Binge.
That's crazy. Oh no, I do still have Foxtel. No, we got rid of Stan for Max. I know. I was like, this is outrageous. I couldn't believe it. But,
I mean, wow. I mean, to be fair, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess from the TV point of view, you'd pick Max over Stan.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, for current trends. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's that. Jaden will be back from his long voyage. In Japan.
We miss you, Jaden. Stay safe. Hang in there.
Oh, gee. All right. I won't go that far, but our question of the week is so Ilsa. Sorry. Ilsa.
Oh yeah.
Had a moment there. Ilsa Faust is a character in the next film. Someone who one of our commenters, one of our concurrent commenters really appreciates on the Mission Impossible franchise.
Yeah.
Ilsa Faust, cool name. So we thought, question of the week: what is the coolest fictional name in a movie that you know of?
A lot of good choices.
Yeah, plenty. So yeah, that's exciting.
honestly, you throwing out Solomon Lang
Solomon
already is
Lane,
pretty
yeah.
high.
True.
Oh, no, it's Lane. I always thought, oh, fuck. See, I already got now that can't be my answer because I got it wrong.
It's still cool, Solomon Lane.
It's still, yeah, it's still equally cool.
But yeah, thanks for watching the 245th edition of Cinema Effect. Thank you, Zach, for joining me. Right?
My pleasure.
Yeah.
I still had fun.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's all you can ask for when you're sick, you know.
Yeah.
So thank you and goodbye.